Hello everyone, welcome back to Short Times. In today's episode, I will be recapping Den of Thieves from 2018. In the heart of Los Angeles, the story begins with an armored truck making a routine stop at a local coffee shop. Little did anyone know that this seemingly ordinary morning would soon turn into a high-stakes robbery. Led by the cunning Ray Merriman, a team of skilled criminals launches a surprise attack on the armored truck, aiming to break into its heavily guarded vault. The guards, determined to protect their cargo, put up a fierce resistance, but tragically, they fall victim to the ruthless robbers' gunfire. The arrival of the police further intensifies the deadly shootout between law enforcement and the criminals. Amidst the chaos, Merriman and his crew manage to overpower the guards and seize control of the armored truck. However, even in the midst of their triumph, Merriman finds himself disappointed with the actions of his accomplice, Donnie. The first guard's senseless killing weighs heavily on Merriman's conscience, and he reprimands Donnie for taking a life during the heist. As the sun rises over the city, seasoned detective Nick Big Nick arrives at the crime scene, determined to unravel the mysteries behind the daring heist. Nick has been tirelessly pursuing Ray Merriman and his crew, well aware of their criminal activities. However, unbeknownst to Nick, Merriman harbors a deep-seated grudge against him for taking the life of one of his own. Their paths are destined to cross once again, setting the stage for an intense and personal confrontation between the relentless detective and the vengeful mastermind. Detective Nick Big Nick takes matters into his own hands as he tracks down Donnie, who works at a local bar. Initiating a friendly conversation, Nick gains Donnie's trust, unaware that he is setting the stage for a pivotal confrontation. Later, Nick corners Donnie in his car, using force to render him unconscious. He transports Donnie to a secluded house where his team of determined officers await, ready to extract valuable information about Merriman and his nefarious plans. Inside the dimly lit interrogation room, Donnie finds himself at the mercy of Nick's relentless gang of officers. The intense questioning begins as they press Donnie for details about Merriman's intentions. Donnie reveals that his inclusion in Merriman's crew stems from his exceptional skills as a getaway driver, catching the attention and admiration of the seasoned criminal. In a riveting flashback sequence, we gain insight into Merriman's audacious scheme, robbing the Federal Reserve on Friday of that very week. The target, approximately $30 million in unmarked bills that would otherwise be destroyed. With this critical information in hand, Nick hatches a daring plan. He recruits Donnie to infiltrate the impenetrable walls of the Federal Reserve. The strategy involves Donnie securing employment as a seemingly innocuous Chinese food delivery person. But hidden beneath this ordinary facade lies a secret mission. Donnie's mission is to navigate the complex ventilation system, stealthily observing and gathering vital intelligence about the heavily fortified Federal Reserve. As Detective Nick Big Nick works tirelessly to crack the case, he finds himself grappling with personal issues at home. Nick's wife Debbie makes a startling discovery. Nick has been unfaithful to her, engaging in trysts with strippers and other women. Overcome with anger and resentment, Debbie packs her bags and leaves with their daughter, leaving Nick alone to deal with the fallout. Desperate to salvage his marriage, Nick pleads with Debbie to hear him out, but his attempts fall on deaf ears. A lawyer arrives at Nick's workplace, serving him with divorce papers. As Nick's personal life crumbles around him, he continues to pursue Merriman and his crew with unbridled tenacity. During an unexpected encounter, Nick spots Donnie at a restaurant with Merriman and his criminal associates. Suspicion arises when Nick calls out Donnie, raising doubts about his loyalty. In a chilling turn of events, Merriman orders his trusted confidant Levy to interrogate Donnie, fearing that he may have betrayed their plans to Nick. Levy subjects Donnie to a brutal beating, seeking assurance that he has not divulged any information to Nick about their audacious robbery scheme. Donnie vehemently denies any such betrayal, determined to remain loyal to Merriman and his crew. Nick goes to a strip club and goes home with a stripper. In the morning, Merriman finds him but does nothing, having found him because he set the stripper on Nick to get info on him. Later on, Levy's daughter has a date come over to pick her up for a school dance. Levy pulls the guy aside to introduce him to Merriman and the rest of their crew to intimidate him and make sure he does nothing to hurt Levy's daughter, or else the boy will utterly regret it. When he leaves, Merriman and the guys have a laugh. Meanwhile, Nick drunkenly crashes a small get-together between Debbie and some of her friends. He gets aggressive with one of the men before he is told to leave. Outside of work, however, Nick makes an effort to see his daughter. The day of the heist comes. Merriman and his crew invade the bank and take hostages. Nick and his guys are outside as the chaos unfolds. The chief of police calls and speaks to the bank's branch manager on behalf of Merriman. To prove they are serious, Merriman has one of his guys take a hostage to a back room and shoot her. Merriman tells the manager to tell the chief that they want their large sum of money and a chopper. The thieves then blow the vault open and escape through a hole in the floor before Nick and his guys come in. They also find that the hostage they supposedly shot is still alive, but terrified. At the same time, Merriman and his right-hand man Insan infiltrate the Federal Reserve, using the stolen armored truck and stadium money to pose as security guards dropping off cash. Donnie, hidden inside a cart of cash, is wheeled inside a counting room as the thieves disrupt the room's power, making it seem like a common brownout. The employees are briefly sent away, and Donnie triggers an electromagnetic pulse to disable the room's cameras as he sends the bills earmarked for shredding safely down the trash chute. Crawling through an air duct to the restroom, he leaves the building in his delivery uniform as Merriman and Insan depart. A garbage truck picks up the trash containing the money and is intercepted by the thieves. Nick's team capture Donnie and beat him into revealing Merriman's escape route. Stuck in traffic, Merriman's crew spot Nick's team approaching and exchange fire. Deputy Borracho and thief Bosco are killed. Fleeing on foot with Nick in close pursuit, Insan is killed and Merriman is severely wounded. Cornered, Merriman raises his empty gun, forcing Nick to fatally shoot him. Instead of the money, only bags of shredded paper are found in Merriman's vehicle, and the FBI inform Nick that all currency is accounted for at the Federal Reserve, while Donnie has escaped. Nick later goes to Donnie's bar and sees pictures of him with some of the crew members from the heist. Through flashbacks, we see that Donnie had always planned for everything to go his way, including teaming up with Merriman, switching out the cash bags with the shredded bills, and then escaping and getting away with the money for himself. The realization hits Nick. Donnie is now in London working at another bar. His crew is nearby having drinks and enjoying the spoils of their victory. A man from a shop across the street comes in. Donnie serves him and asks if he works at the diamond shop. The man says yes, and Donnie gives the man a beer on the house. That's it for our quick rundown of Den of Thieves. Let me know in the comments if you've seen the movie and what you thought of it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned for more exciting recaps, and I'll see you in the next one.